What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Advice. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for checking out the video, and I appreciate all the recent support, all the subscribers that have come in the last 2 weeks. Looking to grow the channel, and I appreciate you guys helping out. So today I'm going to be playing some Spikemuth Cup ladder on Pokemon Showdown, and I got a pretty sweet team I put together. We got Amoonguss, Entei, Urshifu, Rillaboom, Tyranitar, and Comfey. So the opponent has Gothitelle, Durant, Serena, Volcarona, Incineroar, and what's that little guy's name? Phalanx. So I'm worried about a Gothitelle lead. I like to lead in Entei against Gothitelle just so I can roar it out. He's got a couple setup mons. He's got Volcarona. He's got Phalanx. I think of his setup mons, probably Phalanx is the one that does best against my team. What I want to do is I want to eliminate Serena and Gothitelle so that I can win with Comfey. So Rillaboom unfortunately doesn't do very much in this game. It's pretty weak into Durant. Serena has triple axle into it. It does nothing to Volcarona or Phalanx really, and Incineroar is a big problem for it as well. So I like going Amoonguss, Entei. Let's get Urshifu in there, and then we'll go Cosmo. Okay, so Tom Dog leads Durant and Serena. I want to eliminate Serena right away if I can, so I'm going to go Sacred Fire into Serena. And then do I Rage Powder here? Homelander's not really threatened. Yeah, it's not. So I think I'm just going to go Spore. Let's Spore Durant. Okay, he entrainments Truant onto Homelander. I hit Sacred Fire and get the burn. So Triple Axle's going to kill Serena with one Rocky Helmet tick. And Durant goes to sleep. Alright, so we're in a pretty decent spot here. Gothitelle comes in. I'm going to be Truant this turn with Homelander. I'm just going to try to... he fakes me out. Durant's asleep. Homelander's Truant. Okay, so now this turn, I can attack again. Get rid of Durant right away. What does that do for me? Now, you know what? I want to roar out Gothitelle so I can switch Homelander out. And then we'll just Spore it as well. So he protects Gothitelle on the turn that I'm not Truant. But Roar goes through Protect. Gothitelle can leave. In comes Phalanx. So I can switch out Homelander now. I'm going to do that before he switches Gothitelle back in. And I'm going to put Phalanx to sleep. That way if Gothitelle comes back in, it will go to sleep. And Phalanx doesn't really have great damage into either of these Pokemon. Phalanx has Defiant, so it's not usually that strong without that Defiant proc or setting up a no retreat. So let's see what the opponent does here. Yeah, I mean, I haven't taken any damage. I've made it really difficult for him to set up how he wants to set up. In come Comfey. He goes for the no retreat, but he goes straight to sleep, and he concedes. He had enough. So that was a cute team, but I was able to disrupt it with Spore and Entei. So interesting team, but not enough for me. So we'll play another one. Alright, this next match is a rain team with Raichu and Nihilego. Let's see, they have Raichu to lead, which is pretty good into my team. I don't have Protect on my Rillaboom, so it makes it difficult for fake out leads, so I don't think I'll lead it. So yeah, I think they lead Raichu here. I like Comfey just in case they lead Kingdra with the opportunity to switch in Raichu. I can hit it right away. Homelander's not good here. Tyranitar really isn't good here either. I don't like Rillaboom because it doesn't get past Fake Out. So I'm going to go Urshifu. And then I'll bring, I like Urshifu, and then I'll bring Rillaboom in the back. And my last Pokemon, Amoonguss, just makes sense. It's pretty good into all these Pokemon. Has Rocky Helmet. So they lead Buzzwole and Raichu. Okay, I can Draining Kiss to break this Buzzwole a little bit and protect. God, that's just so passive. Now, you know what? I'm going to go for a Trick Room. If they let me get up Trick Room, that's huge. Their team's pretty fast. Their offensive threats, at least. And then I'll just protect against the Fake Out. So let's see what my opponent does here. Okay, they switch Nihilego in. This is great if I get the Trick Room up. Yeah, they go for Fake Out into into Urshifu, and I get the Trick Room. Okay, so now they're not in a great spot. I'm faster than both these Pokemon under Trick Room with Urshifu. So I think I'll just break Raichu's Sash and go for a Surging Strikes on a Nihilego. That makes sense. And they don't really have much counterplay into this. I mean, they could switch in a water type like Kingdra, but I'll just get it next turn. Okay, break the Sash on Raichu. And Nihilego goes down easy. 2 hits. Okay, and they do Thunderbolt for minimal damage. I can heal that back. I got 3 turns of Trick Room left. I'm just going to keep attacking with Draining Kiss. You know what, actually? Let's switch in Amoonguss. Let's get Amoonguss in while the Trick Room's still up. If they try to use a Water move into Comfey, I can absorb that. Yeah, cool. And then Surging Strikes KOs Raichu. Cool, so 2 turns of Trick Room left. I've killed 2 of their Pokemon. They got Politoed, who doesn't do much into my team, and Buzzwole. I want to put Buzzwole to sleep. Yeah, just let's put the threat to sleep, and let Surging Strikes it too. Yeah, they protect with Politoed. Buzzwole goes to sleep. Can't hit me. Surging Strikes. Yeah, my opponent concedes. That's enough for them. Game over. So you can see this team is just super disruptive. It just really doesn't let people get into their rhythm and do what they want to do, and it's got good offense as well. So, okay. So, opponents got Gengar, Kartana, Gardevoir, Regieleki, Incineroar, and Metagross. Against my team, Metagross is pretty good. So the first thing I noticed is that this game is just terrible for Comfey. They got Gengar and Kartana, and Metagross all do huge damage into it. But I like Entei against all those Pokemon, and Amoonguss is pretty safe here. Good against the Regieleki. Tyranitar is great in this game against the Gengar, against the Gardevoir, and the Incineroar. And so it's just can't do Comfey. Rillaboom really doesn't do all that much here, so let's go Urshifu. Yeah, Urshifu hits the Kartana and has a Sash. Great against Incineroar, pretty good against Metagross as well. It's the best option of the 3. Okay, so Entei and Amoonguss versus Aleki and Gengar. Oof. So both these Pokemon are faster than Entei, and they're really their best options to damage it, so I want to get it out for Reptar. And then, I can just go for a Spore. These Pokemon are pretty frail, so if I can get one of them to sleep, these Glass Cannons don't like to be asleep. They want to be doing damage every turn before they're KO'd, so let's see what the opponent does. Yeah, I want to save Entei for Metagross and Kartana in the back. So Tyranitar comes in. Regieleki Volt switches out. Doesn't really do much damage. Okay, Incineroar comes in for the Intimidate. Gengar Shadow Balls into Tyranitar. Does nothing. And it goes to sleep. And Focus Sash, if Gengar has it, is broken. I'm going to go for the Lash Out on Gengar, and the Spore onto Incineroar. Okay, yeah, they don't fake out. Gengar still dies even with -1. Okay, he parting shots Tyranitar again, but that means that whatever's coming in is going to sleep. Alright, so Regieleki goes to sleep, and the sash is broken if it's sashed. Opponent has to decide who to bring in. I want to say their best bet is probably bringing in Incineroar, get another Intimidate off, and use a fake out turn to help Regieleki burn its mandatory sleep turn, because it hasn't slept yet since it came in on switch and got put to sleep. So yeah, let's see who they bring. Okay, Incineroar comes in. Tyranitar is -3, so this damage is just not going to do anything. Probably doesn't even KO Regieleki with a high horsepower. So let's see. I think Urshifu is the best to switch in right now, just because if they do have Gardevoir in the back, I'd rather get Urshifu in right away. I'm safe to switch in here because Regieleki's staying asleep, and I'll just protect just in case they Flare Blitz. Okay, yep. Flare Blitz comes in. And I'm going to Surging Strikes, and I'll just Rage Powder just in case Regieleki wakes up here. If it goes for Electro Web, I'm hoping I survive it. I'm not sure, but yeah, they stay asleep anyway, so Regieleki's gone. That should lock it up. Okay, Amoonguss survives Flare Blitz. Does some good Rocky Helmet damage and survives Sandstorm. Huge. Alright, in comes Gardevoir. Sandstorm is ending this turn, so I won't be able to find out if their Gardevoir is like faster than my Urshifu, like with a Scarf or something. So I'm just gonna, I think I'll just Protect here. Yeah, Protect is probably the best play, and then Amoonguss has done his job here, so I'm just gonna go for a Sludge Bomb into Gardevoir if I can. Okay, Dazzling Gleam KOs Amoonguss. Now I can bring in Tyranitar here. It's good against both these Pokemon with Rock Slide, but I think I want to switch out Urshifu just so I can protect it from Gardevoir. And that way it can deal with Incineroar for sure in the end game. Let's go for a Rock Slide. Okay, Rock Slide does good damage into both. No flinch. My Tyranitar is faster than that Gardevoir. That's pretty cool. So it's a slow Gardevoir, pretty bulky. Incineroar parting shots, but it's not going to do anything. I can Sacred Fire and Lash Out into Gardevoir since Urshifu can kill Incineroar itself. And let's see if this double up picks up. Okay, Sacred Fire does good damage. They got a Citrus Berry, so yeah, they don't die, but they don't do much damage. And Incineroar Flare Blitzes chips itself. It's got Safety Goggles, so it survives the Sandstorm, but I can just Extreme Speed Gardevoir, and let's flex with an Ice Punch on Incineroar. -1, probably should still kill. And yeah, that is game. Alright, GG's. And yeah, it's still relatively low ladder, but you gotta start from somewhere. I haven't been playing this week at all. It was my birthday earlier this week, so I took the week off, and I've just been doing some stuff with family and friends, and but excited to get back into it and looking to be more consistent making content. So this team is interesting. They've got Contrary with Malamar. Kofa Rodriguez is annoying. This looks like a Trick Room team, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead Cosmo. Rillaboom's good for some fake out. Actually, you know what? Let's go Homelander, Rillaboom. And then I like Cosmo as a switch in. Urshifu's really not all that good here. It just doesn't do anything into a Araquanid. Shiftry and Trick Room is really good against it, as is Malamar. So I want to go Amoonguss. Yeah, I think I'm going to use Cosmo to heal up, and I'm just going to use Amoonguss for the Trick Room. So we got Runerigus and Shiftry. Okay, I think they want to set up I think they're very likely to set up a Trick Room, so I'm going to just try to U-turn off Shiftry. I can't, but that's okay. I get the roar off, so Trick Room doesn't work. Now here's a Araquanid. I'm going to go Sacred Fire. Oh, he forfeits. GG's. Nice playing with you. Alright, so you can see just Inner Focus Entei with Roar. They're really good against Trick Room teams that don't have redirection. Yeah, that's the thing about Spikemuth Cup is without Dynamax, if you can get your opponent off kilter in the first couple of turns, against an offensive team like this one, it's just really hard for them to come back. So I think that's one of the big strengths of this team. Let's do one more battle. Okay, this is an interesting team. So the first thing I notice is Tapu Koko with Drifblim for the Unburden Electric Seed, letting Drifblim outspeed everything to get off Tailwind or Will-O-Wisp or whatever it wants. So I'm going to lead Tyranitar. It's good against both of those. And Comfey, just so I can set up a Trick Room if they try to go Tailwind. Now in the back, Entei is really good against Metagross and has Snarl for Moltres. Urshifu's pretty good here too. Rillaboom, it's good against Koko, but not really anything else. So yeah, I like Urshifu and Entei in the back. Garchomp is actually pretty tough for this team, but I can use Urshifu and Comfey to deal with that. So I think that's what we'll try to do. I also have Ice Punch on Tyranitar, so if they're not expecting that, I could get an Oko with Ice Punch if I'm not intimidated. So let's see what they lead. Giga Crabulon. Still making his decision. Maybe there's something about my team that is making him second guess his usual lead. He is taking the full timer to make his decision. Okay, he does make a decision. He gets Incineroar and Metagross out. Okay, it's a great lead against my team. Jeez, I think I'm going to need to double switch here. So, let's see. He probably Parting Shots into Tyranitar. So I'm going to get Kuma into the Tyranitar slot, and Homelander can take a Steel move for Comfey. Okay, he goes for the Fake Out. Breaks my Sash, but he does miss the Meteor Mash, so doesn't give himself the opportunity for the attack boost. Now I'm just going to Surging Strikes and Sacred Fire into Metagross. There's nothing on his team that wants to take that combo. And I have Tyranitar in the back to deal with Incineroar, so not as worried about that. If he protects Metagross here, I'll at least get a Surging Strikes off, so damn. He said my Tyranitar nickname was based. You can see I like to nickname all my Pokemon. I got Kuma, named after the fighting panda bear from Tekken. Entei's Homelander from The Boys. I got Reptar for Tyranitar. Comfey is named Cosmo after the Fairly Odd Parents fairy. And then I named my Rillaboom Bubba 3 because it was the third rendition of Rillaboom, the one I finally settled on when Grassy Surge Rillaboom first released. And my little siblings, they call me Bubba, so that's a little tribute to them. Alright, so I want to protect Urshifu against the Fake Out and Double Up. And I'll just Snarl into Moltres, drop its special attack. Okay, Moltres goes for Hurricane into Urshifu's Protect. Huge. So now, Urshifu's faster than both of them. I just want to eliminate Incineroar with Urshifu. And then I'll switch out Entei into Comfey just to get rid of that -1 on Entei. Okay. They have a Citrus Berry, but yeah, it's not surviving. And down goes Incin. Let's go. And they miss Hurricane. Yeah. I don't know about using Hurricane without Rain. That's pretty greedy. Oof. Okay, so Koko comes in. It's faster than Urshifu. I can Detect here and try to get some chip into Koko. Now, you know what? You know what's based? You know what I want to do? So let's go back. Let's Surging Strikes Koko, and I'll just Floral Healing myself. So this is a risk. If they Electro Web here, Then Moltres will outspeed. They can still miss Hurricane anyways. But yeah, Floral Healing gets my Focus Sash back. They Dazzling Gleam, so I'm faster still. And I get a big Surging Strikes off into Coco. Doesn't KO it, but it's pretty low. And they Hurricane Moltres, so wow, I still have Urshifu. So now I can just Surging Strikes Moltres and Draining Kiss the Coco. Yep, give me that health, boy. And I'm going to proc Moltres' Berserk, but that just puts it back in neutral. And it's too low to deal with all 4 of my Pokemon. So Urshifu does go down, but I can just bring in Entei. So I can just go Extreme Speed for the accuracy and Draining Kiss, and Moltres isn't surviving that. So that's another GG. We go undefeated on our ladder session today. Yeah, I really like this team. You know, it just plays how I like to play. I like having priority on a lot of Mons so that I can, if I'm in a bad position, chip things down so that something else can come in and finish them off later with neutral damage. So it also has good answers into Trick Room, and those teams that like to set up the gimmicky strats, you know, can just be really disruptive. So yeah, if you want to try this team out, feel free to give it a spin, make it in your team builder, and if you like the content, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe. I'm really looking to grow as a channel and produce more consistent content. So yeah, would love it if you came back to watch more. All right, thank you.